does look fake. Like it is giving like only cruises that I've ever been on are Disney cruises, and I genuinely feel like there's a Club Mickey in there if we look hard enough. Oh my God, okay. I guess we're here at the Queen Mary, so welcome aboard. You guys kind of know the drill at this point. Sorry. I guess this is already getting a little bit scary right now. So what I'm gonna be doing is getting ready, doing my makeup in front of you guys. I'm gonna have all my equipment set up and just see if maybe there's some trigger words or something goes off whenever I'm talking about the haunted history. Pretty much the reason that I do this is because makeup is a really awesome trigger object whenever you're working with paranormal entities. Usually makeup is filled with a lot of nostalgia, especially for a lot of women spirits. So I'm excited to get started and just kind of see what happens. I won't lie to you guys, like I just like to be like super transparent. My anxiety right now is probably a solid like 6 or 7 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 would be a panic attack. But there's like something about being in here. It could just be how small it is, because you guys know like whenever you go on a cruise ship, like there's gonna be like small, like little tiny rooms. It could be because of that. I haven't quite like identified what it is, but so if I'm a little bit off going through the haunted history, that is why. I'm gonna show you a little bit around the room so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Okay, there's two, I mean, we're on a boat. We are on a boat. Cue the music. Good hard look at the mother boat. Look at that image too, dude. That's giving Haunted Mansion. I figured I would set up 2 REM pods and this bad boy, this music box. If anything wants to come play with it. There we go. Okay, and it'll take 2 minutes to actually set up, but let's go ahead and get the REM pods going. Perfect. Let's go around. Shut up. Okay. If there's anything here, do you want to come up and touch that red light again? I wasn't expecting things to happen already. It actually feels like my heart's like beating out of my chest. Why is it so anxiety inducing in here? Can you please back away from the REM pod? I haven't even gotten started yet. Can you please back away? That one went off when I had my camera off, and then it moved to that one. Can you go back and touch the one over by the mirror again? Touch that red light. So I want to start by saying welcome aboard the legendary Queen Mary. This is a vessel like none other. This whole entire ship is considered to be one of the most haunted ships of all time. I would honestly compare this to being the 2nd most haunted ship in the world, the 1st most haunted ship being at the bottom of the ocean. So without further ado, I figured we should just go ahead and get into the video and the Queen Mary itself. Basically, we are embarking on a journey through haunted corridors and hidden secrets on this very majestic ship. I instantly felt transported like back to the 1930s. But this has just become such a place where it seems like a veil between the living and the afterlife has become scarily thin. This place is filled with resident spirits. A little girl named Jackie who haunts the 1st class pool, a guy by the name of John Petter who was crushed by a watertight door, an officer by the name of William Eric Stark who accidentally drank dry cleaning fluid thinking that it was gin, and a cook who was baked alive by his own kitchen staff during World War II. But arguably one of the most haunted places on the ship is the infamous room B340, which we will get into in just a little bit. Hey.
Surprise!
What? Remember I already told you guys I was anxious they brought me a margarita.
I was gonna ask her like, oh, is she okay? And then I was like, okay. Is it strong?
Tequila.
Oh, wow. I mean business.
Truthfully, I wonder if bringing out things like alcohol and, like I said, makeup, sparkle, glamour is going to make things a little bit more active tonight, because this was like the glamour ship. I mean, this hosted so many different parties, big celebrities, anything you can possibly think of. The galas here were said to rival that of palaces. So just think the parties, the romance, the endless champagne. But little did people know that that shouldn't have gone off. That was weird. Little did people know that the ship was about to be known for way more than just that. The process for building the ship started in 1930 and like wrapped up around 1936. And guess what? If you couldn't guess already, it was named after the Queen Mary herself. Like, how very regal of this ship is that? And of course, we know with all the parties, this boat was the epitome of luxury. And this baby was all about crossing the Atlantic in style. But then World War II came about and the ship was converted into the Grey Ghost. She was taken into the British government and transformed into a troop ship. They turned her gray and made her into a crucial ship for Allied troops. During this time, she carried brave soldiers, war brides, as well as prisoners of war, which we will get into. But then tragedy struck whenever the Queen Mary ended up colliding with an escort ship of theirs, which resulted in the loss of hundreds of lives. She got another makeover around the year of 1947 when people were dying to cruise the transatlantic once again. So many celebrities, politicians, and royal family members ended up boarding the boat during this time, but like all good things, it must come to an end. And around the 50s, commercial air travel started and it brought the end to boat travel. The Queen Mary faced some tough times and then retired in 1967. But this is when she found her new home in Long Beach, California, where we're at right now. They scooped her right up and turned her into a hotel for tourists, and she now has all kinds of cool things like restaurants, museums, tours, even spaces to still keep these parties going. And throughout the years, the Queen Mary has experienced many a facelifts trying to keep its original charm. But in 1988, this part was really interesting, and I didn't know this, but Disney ended up buying the boat. And it seems as though they wanted to do almost like a Disney at Sea haunted mansion style with this boat. They saw like very unique destination for their visitors, but these plans were eventually scrapped and the lease ended in 1992. And very weirdly enough, which we're going to touch on this a little bit more later, is that this is kind of around the time whenever Disney was taking over that the rumors around B340 start. So it does seem a little bit convenient that the rumors surrounding the haunting on the ship does kind of align with Disney wanting to do a little bit of like a haunted mansion at sea-esque vibe. Now that you know the brief history, you can kind of see where maybe some of the hauntings would come in, such as being used as a World War II ship. I wanted to go into some of the haunted stories that are about this ship and where they come from, what they could be, rumors around it, ones that aren't true, because I don't like to BS. But I do feel like there is something here, so if something is here and these things are lies, what is it and why? And hopefully we kind of get to the bottom of that tonight. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the isolation ward. It gives a very hospital-esque vibe down there, and that is because it was utilized in order to put the passengers on board who were sick so that they could isolate from the rest of the people on board. But very interestingly about this space is that it was also used to house the stowaways. If a captain or like a crew member would come across a stowaway, I don't know exactly like, I don't know where you'd be hiding on here. It's a big boat, don't get me wrong, but if they were to come across a stowaway, three options. One of these options would be, hey, give the money for the fare, pay up, and we're just gonna let you off here. Or, of course, sometimes stowaways couldn't afford stuff like that. Maybe why they're stowaways, they needed to get out of a situation or for whatever reason. So if that was the case, they would just kind of continue their trip and just drop them off once they got home. Another thing that they would do is they would just put them to work. And a lot of the time, stowaways ended up really enjoying working on the ship and staying for a long time. And they ended up kind of building up a little bit of a crew that way. But there was a couple of stowaways that ended up picking a fourth option.
Whoa.
This is very much
This, because this is tile, this has to be where the old pool was.
yeah.
Probably through here.
Okay, yeah. Literally, why do I feel like I just entered into the back rooms?
Yeah, why is this empty?
Probably no one's staying here.
Well, I want to drink. My mouth is dry after walking in this whole thing.
Whoa. Did you see that?
What?
The light flicker in front of you?
No.
I think I caught it on camera, hopefully. So because this area has weird vibes, and think about like how close we are right now too to the isolation wards. But I 1000% feel like I am in the back rooms right now. 100%. Like this is
No one
weird.
on either wall. Give me chills. There's no one on either
Which
wall.
like means we could get lost.
Hello?
Hello? So like the isolation ward is obviously to like keep people who are sick on the ship. Like
Yeah.
you know now with COVID, like you gotta like isolate people. But it was also used for stowaways. Like that was like the biggest thing. and typically they would give stowaways 3 different options whenever they were on the ship. So like either like you pay up and they kick you off, or number 2 is stay on and they'll drop you off at home eventually once they like do that round trip. Then 3rd is work, and a lot of people would stay. But there was 2 people that took that 4th option and ended up completing suicide. And nobody, to this day, they've still tried to figure out why. Because like you have those 3 options.
Yeah.
Why would?
And maybe they didn't want to go home, but they also didn't want to work.
Or was that their plan all along?
Do you guys know how many deaths are recorded here for the soldiers? Yeah, it's 4. Like the rest are undisclosed.
Oh,
but they only have
said
4 recorded deaths.
Yeah.
And then
4 soldiers
340 on the ship
on the ship
collided
that they collided with. Yeah.
And then 46 or 47 passenger deaths and 16 staff deaths. It's a lot of deaths on a ship.
They did, and they did put out several disclaimers that said like majority of these deaths were natural causes, things such as this. But even the incident that happened in the sea, like they did not disclose how many deaths until 3 years after the war.
Oh yeah,
they did not want to.
They know how many deaths happened, but the British government is keeping those files locked up.
Yeah, and they're allowed to because war casualties. Like you're allowed to do that. A lot lost too, and a lot more that we don't even know about.
Yeah, that was weird vibes, and I wonder why that stopped.
What were we talking about when it was going off?
I don't know. The back rooms?
That shadow, whatever was over there, or that mixo.
Yeah.
But we weren't really talking to them, so why would it go off?
Yeah. Sometimes
like you don't, like as a human. Exactly.
No way.
Wait, they're literally on it.
Exactly.
They know. Thank you. Can you please back away from that red light?
We know that you're here.
A little further.
Thank you.
A little further.
You're so close.
Thank
you.
Oh.
So what I was trying to
Back up a little
is
bit.
I think that they were waiting because they didn't want to butt into our conversation.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's very polite of you. Thank you.
Did
Okay, back away from the pretty red light. Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you. We want to ask you some questions.
Yeah, my name's Liz.
Nikki?
And I'm Tori.
It seems like Nikki was wanting to ask you a little question.
Did you just come in over here? Back here? Did you come from back here?
Yes.
Was that you?
Was that you?
Can you do it again?
Liz, your camera was just moving.
What do you mean my
It
camera?
looked like it was shaking.
Are you serious?
What?
Were you shaking my camera?
I think it did.
Oh, I feel nauseous.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you back away from the REM pod, please?
Please back away from the REM pod.
Can you please back away? Oh
that's not
my
backing
gosh.
away.
Hey, that's they're grabbing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's moving.
The REM pod?
The antenna was moving.
Okay, it's going crazy. Thank you so much for doing that.
I think we should reset it.
There it goes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I don't know what to say.
So can you back away please, just from the red light so we can ask you a question if you're wanting to communicate with us. I know this can be very exciting. Did you live down here in the isolation? Okay, nope, well, that's not gonna work. You gotta back away.
You have to wait for the whole question, please.
Did you live down here, or did you stay in the isolation ward?
Go near the REM pod if it's a yes. Otherwise, we'll give you about 5 to 10 seconds, and if nothing happens, we'll assume it's a no. Okay. Were you a passenger on this ship?
Are we speaking with little Jackie?
No, that was my next question. I feel sick.
Are we speaking with Jackie?
Are you still here?
Please tell me that's somebody.
No. Nobody.
Go look.
Please tell me that's
You want me to go
somebody.
look? I'll go look.
Like, what the heck?
You want to go with her? What are you guys doing? What are you considering?
No. There's no soul. Can you make that tap again?
We've heard it now from you 3 times.
Nick, try not to move when we ask for the tap because she's weak.
Okay, thank you. Can you back away from the red pot, please?
Can you tap behind me again? Down there? If that was you. I don't know if that was you, if there's multiple things here, but can you make that tap down the hallway? Nothing.
That came from by the isolation ward.
Back
It came from by the isolation ward.
over there.
Down there.
Are you wanting us to go into the isolation ward? Is that what you're telling us to do?
Was it you?
That was a fart.
That's what I've been holding them back, so. Yeah, I feel so sick to my stomach. I
No,
don't.
I need to go to the bathroom because I just started feeling really sick.
Yeah.
You didn't go.
But the thing is that like I can't tell if it's because like there's something negative around or if it's because we're feeling what they're feeling.
Right.
You know, 'cause
Like,
we're
they
next to
could've been
sickness.
sick.
Like a really interesting tidbit and just something that I didn't really even think about that I learned while researching this place is that whenever you pass away, whenever you die at sea, I was like, what happens? There's 2 options. They can of course keep your body and they can take you back home to your family, or you can choose a sea burial and just be buried out at sea. And they would actually ask their staff before getting started, hey, if something happens to you out here because it's plausible, what do you want? So there was a lot of people who ended up picking the sea option. And again, I think this just like kind of feeds into the eeriness of the ocean and everything, but a lot of people just wanted to be taken overboard and have a sea burial that way. That kind of shocked me a little bit, just kind of thinking about how, I guess if things were really bad on board or, you know, you're in the middle of a war, you would maybe just have to be thrown out into the sea. I think that there's some things to me that are just like beautifully haunting. And I think that's a really good way to describe an ocean or a sea burial. And of course you guys heard me talk about the shipwreck a moment ago. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about this collision because this collision is a little bit crazy. This ship was so valuable during World War II. Hitler ended up actually putting a bounty on this ship for $250,000. And he was gonna give it to just about any submarine commander that could sink the ship and hit him with a torpedo. Nobody ever actually ended up hitting this ship, but it's pretty safe to say that the Queen Mary really tried to do what they could in order to keep this ship running. And so a way that they could do that was actually doing a zigzag in the ocean, like going back and forth in order to avoid that torpedo, because torpedoes didn't have tracking motion during this time. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if they do. I am not updated in my weaponry, but I would imagine there's probably tracking now in torpedoes. But from under the water submarines during this time, there was no tracking. So if they were going this way and then this way, the hope was that if something fired, they would be turning the opposite way. Because of this motion, it actually took them a lot longer to stop. It took them about 10 miles to actually come to a stop. So a ship actually got in their way, and there was nothing that they could do about it. There was absolutely nothing they could do about it, and they ended up colliding with the ship and splitting it into two. It ended up killing over 300 people, which is so horrible. A lot of paranormal investigators that go to that area of the ship now will hear sounds on their equipment of rushing water, of metal clanking, and it tends to be an area where people are just so uneasy and almost feel like nauseous. Yeah, if something's here and you want to come up and tap me, go crazy. You seem pretty strong.
If you are here, then make another sound.
Or so that's a REM pod.
What was that?
Why was that like
Okay, do you know what that was giving?
What?
No, you probably don't want to film this because I'm back to my delusions again.
Okay, what is it though?
I was giving siren. That was what that was giving.
Wait, that's actually crazy though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Me every
100%.
time.
Yeah,
No, but like, could that be a thing?
no, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what it was giving.
Like hot take and super random take, but to jump off you. What if that's like the reason why they like weren't communicating, like when both of the boats like collided?
It is
What
wackadoodle
if there
time.
was like paranormal
It is
interference?
Wackadoodle time. Well, it is kind of, I will say, like, just in terms of like World War II, World War I, whenever sailors were out for a really long time, I mean, they were, those beings were like known for kind of causing shipwrecks and like dragging them to their death.
Yeah,
And
literally.
whatever. I don't know. So.
Dang.
And I definitely like, do I believe like in mermaids and sirens? I don't know, but I definitely believe in like egregores, which is like kind of like what Stephanie was talking about. Like if you believe in something, it almost like manifests it or like creates it.
Okay, well, I think we're going to go continue to explore.
Thank you for trying to communicate with us.
Yeah, I appreciate that. If you end up wanting to communicate any more tonight, we're gonna be in room. No, we're gonna be about the hotel.
We're gonna be around the hotel.
You can just come tap me on the shoulder and say hello. I also want to see if I can find this particular doll who happens to be on this ship. If she's not on here anymore, she certainly used to be, and if I can't find her, I'm gonna flash a photo of her right here. Then we get into Mrs. Jacqueline Torrin, the ghost of Jackie, the little girl. The thing that's really interesting about Jackie is that there's no like actual evidence of her existence. They don't really know why she is a ghost here, but she has some of the most reports out of any other ghost here. So her first encounter was with a guy by the name of Peter James, and in one of the books about the Queen Mary, I'll make sure it's like put over here, this guy by the name of Peter James ended up coming across a little girl who was around the age of 5 or 6. This happened around 1991 whenever he was exploring the Royal Theater with a film crew. He asked who she was, and she audibly replied to meet her at the other pool. And weirdly enough, the place that he was in where the theater was actually the place where the second class pool was. So he did as she wished and he went to the first class pool. So he went over there and ended up having a conversation with Jackie that lasted like 10 minutes, which is a long time to have a conversation with an entity. And over the next several years, so many people have tried to communicate with the spirit of Jackie. Come on in. The ways that people try to get Jackie to be the most active is one, she likes to play the game peekaboo. And the second thing is that she really likes the song London Bridge. And many people have witnessed her walking down the corridors calling for her mom. Weirdly enough, the woman in white, who again, we don't really know a whole lot about, that lives on the ship has been known to comfort Jackie. So there's been some theories around the woman in white being her mom. There's also a very grumpy spirit that tends to growl, and this spirit has been known to be her protector. So whenever either of these entities are around, whether it's the woman in white or the grumpier spirit, it's pretty clear to say that Jackie could also be near as well. So the two ways to get Jackie to communicate with you and bring her out is to, one, play peekaboo, and then the other way is to sing London Bridge. That happens to be her favorite song, and that tends to get her a-going. She's like, hey guys. He tends to hang around the first class pool area, but weirdly enough, Jackie did not die on the ship. So this kind of follows the theory that, do ghosts end up where they die, or do they tend to just end up in the places that they love to be? Specifically because whenever she did ride the ship, she was a second class pool girl. So maybe it was kind of her dream to be like a first class citizen. I don't know what like the right word is for that, but also there's said to be another spirit down there by the name of Sarah. No context of Sarah. I don't know who Sarah is. Did you guys communicate with Sarah whenever you were here? Or do you know about Sarah? Yeah, I don't either. Saw her referenced in so many different paranormal videos, but I couldn't find a thing on her.
Is she the lady in white?
No, the lady in white is kind of theorized to be Jackie's mom. I mean, and they don't really know for sure, but she comforts and sings to Jackie a lot. Whoever Jackie is, if Jackie isn't Jackie, she tends to be kind of like a pride spirit on the ship. Like the other spirits here like to protect her. Okay, but the pool area itself in which she haunts is honestly scary just in and of itself. More so because of LA regulations. The shallow end of a pool is supposed to be like 3 feet. The shallow end of the pool on this boat is 6 feet.
How deep was it?
The shallow end is 6 feet. So like the shallow end is this, and like because of where it's located in the boat, it's not like a normal like Disney cruise where you can just like jump in. Like it would literally move on people as they were trying to jump in, and people would just like fall on their asses. But Jackie is essentially seen all over this boat, and that is because of an alleged vortex that exists kind of right under where the pool is. A little bit off to the side, I'll be able to show you guys. But this has really given her the ability to be able to go all around the boat. Paranormal investigators who have went over to this alleged vortex has said that the intense energy field around it has become a doorway for spirits to come in and go out of. But nobody is really sure where this vortex actually came from. Let's go up.
It's one of those.
Okay, so somewhere down here apparently is the pool. Locked.
What is it in the tours? You can't go inside the store. Yeah.
Right. No. I Oh, it sounds like a dog whimpering.
I think it's music.
That's music from up there. It's upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys this pool over here. So apparently this spot exactly, so that spot right over there is pretty frequently where she's spotted. And also they had a tour for a little bit. There was like this Halloween lights tour that happened over here, and one of the guests, like they would have like a lot of lights that would show up, kind of like how you can see the lights back there. And then one of the guests actually came out and stated, that's really cool that you have like a woman projection that just walks across back there. And they were like, that's not part of our Halloween stuff. So that is just kind of one of the many mysteries of what goes on over in the pool area. And I think it'd be kind of cool to like set a REM pod up over here and just like see what's going on. Wasn't really thinking about this earlier. I was watching this, actually, I'm gonna put the like credit the TikTok video because it popped up on my For You page while I was here, and I just wasn't really thinking about this earlier, is that think about how there's quartz ceilings here and we're on water. What are things that are conductive for paranormal activity? So kind of makes sense as to why this would be considered to be a vortex. But who knows? It could be, I mean, it could also just be made up. I figured it would probably be a good spot to set out a REM pod. What this pool looked like back in its heyday. Yeah, I mean, how far down is that? And the fact that this is 6 feet, y'all. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. It was off. Could be nothing, could be everything, but the REM pod.
You want it right there?
Oh, yeah, I want it right there. Yeah.
I literally just felt something tap my knee.
Shut up.
This is This is interesting because the first time we came here, this literally happened.
Yeah, that's right where the vortex is supposed to be.
Wait, right there?
Yeah, right there. It's right, like, right here where the pool is, but underneath. From top to bottom, yes. But it's supposed to be right in the spot.
Something is here with us. Can you get close to the REM pod once again? What?
Shut up. Dude. Can you step away, please?
Jackie here with us. We've heard that, and we've had experiences with you here. And a lot of people don't think that you really died here. We heard that you like to sing songs.
Yeah. Do you want us to sing London Bridge for you? And it's not the Fergie version. Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady. I don't know the second verse, but I really like this tune. My fair lady.
Maybe you want to play peekaboo?
Jackie, if you're here.
But that'd be scary. Oh, it just got really cold.
It got
did.
freezing.
It did.
Did you hear our singing?
Jackie.
You don't have to be
I'm
shy.
shocked the temperature didn't go down with that.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
It's gone now, though.
I keep feeling
Yeah.
like a wave.
I keep feeling things like around my feet. If there's anything here that would like to communicate with us, can you please come close to our REM pod once again? We want to hear your story. Did you guys hear some shuffling over there?
Oh, over that way?
Are you in the pool?
Do you want us to come play peekaboo with you? I'll come play peekaboo. Here, let me turn off this light. Let's see if we can see you. Peekaboo. Jackie. Jacqueline Torres.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Oh my gosh, I saw you in the reflection. That was so scary.
Oh, you scared us.
Oh god. Peekaboo.
Wait, you have to look behind you.
Nope, I'm hoping she'll appear behind me and I won't see it.
Now you have to look.
Yeah, cause she might just appear for you since you're playing with her. Peekaboo.
I have this weird feeling because it seemed like the REM pod stopped going off when I kind of accused Jackie of maybe not being real.
Tori actually brought up a really interesting point earlier that I would love to turn the camera back onto you for, because I was of course doing my makeup and haunted history earlier, just talking about Jackie and how like, oh, that's so cute that all the other spirits here like to protect her, and how she's kind of like, you know, like the cute little girl that everybody sees. But she made a very interesting point.
There's no record of Jackie. There's no record of a little girl named Jackie dying on this boat, especially with that detailed of a story. And so I'm thinking that it's possibly a demonic entity that's posing as a child in order to make people feel safe. So basically what you were saying is like, oh, it's so cute that they're like protecting her. But for me, I'm like, is there a hierarchy here? Is there some sort of spiritual hierarchy where they're not protecting her?
Shut up. Okay, can you back away from the REM pod, please? Can you go up and touch that light again if what she's saying is true? Is there a hierarchy?
If you're warning us about the hierarchy that's happening in this boat, can you please get close to the REM pod again? We're not here to tell on you or get you in trouble. We just want to uncover the truth.
You know about Jackie. If you've met Jackie in any way, can you go close to the REM pod? Okay.
No way.
Thank you. You can back away when you're ready for the next question, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So they know Jackie or have met Jackie.
Right.
Is Jackie actually a small girl spirit, like a real little girl who was once living? Go close to the REM pod if that's true. Okay. If Jackie is in fact something pretending to be a small girl spirit.
Shut up, you right, dude.
Alright. If you just came down the stairs earlier, a few minutes ago, can you go by the light? If you just joined us, is this a spirit that resides on the Queen Mary? Just set it off if you're still here, please.
If you've moved, can you tap to where you are? Yeah, I'm curious because I felt like it like just darted.
Yeah.
Like that's what it felt like, but I couldn't tell if it was like still in the room like somewhere else, which is why I was kind of hoping for some sort of sign.
You just asked if Jackie was a spirit, that's something that's pretending to be a spirit. It confirmed I would be dipping too.
Our homegirl Jackie is roaming the ship right now and liking to pose as a little girl. This might be a hot spot for her.
Judging by the size, if it were to be one of these dolls that's repurposed, this is this one.
That was her.
You know what's really interesting is she's the only one that was giving off EMF last time.
She was.
Interesting.
She scares me.
You know, she's definitely seen some life at the bare minimum.
She's seen something.
So I think
you
we
want to
should
set
just.
up a little REM pod moment?
I think this little girl in the back that's looking at us.
What?
What? What do you mean looking? Oh yeah, she is.
Oh.
In case this girl moves, I'm gonna make sure
So I have to be
that
closer.
You're mostly gonna stay on the
you guys are
dolls.
right there. So if there's anything over here with us, if you see this pretty red light, you can just come over, give it a little tap.
Or can you maybe move one of the toys if you're behind the glass?
Yeah, we would love to see you play with the dolls, and we're here to just observe.
Or rock one of the chairs?
Yeah.
Or a rocking horse?
Yeah, I can imagine it's fun in there.
Yeah, I almost like want to talk to them like a kid or whatever. Like, let me show you what it does. It's really cool. As you get near it, it just goes off just like that. I'll show you guys too. You guys lower so you can see the rim pop too.
Maybe the little girl who's looking for her mother.
Do you have a cat ball in there?
Yeah, I do.
Because it was just going off.
It was?
Yeah, I could see it through your bag.
There is someone here who is a child. We just want to let you know that we are friendly. We're not here to hurt you. And if you want to go ask your mom if you can talk to us and come back,
Yes.
that's okay too.
We're not strangers.
We're not
We're friends.
strangers. We're just here to talk with you.
Around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Oh, you have to
Imagine if
play.
like the second we said dad was like,
That's scary. I would cry. We're shy too sometimes, but if there's something here that would like to talk to us,
no way. You're lying. Are you?
thank you so much. Did you go and ask your mom if you could talk with us and come back?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Should we ask again if this is Jack?
If you get close to the REM pod, we're gonna assume that your answer is a yes. Do you understand?
Go back to the REM pod if you understand.
I'm feeling a cold
It's
over here
freezing.
too.
Okay, good.
But this
It is
came
cold.
at like before.
It is
Should be
cold.
coming to you like right now.
Are we talking to one of the dolls?
I just got a bad smell. Someone fart. Like a really
Like
nasty
rancid?
smell. Yeah.
My feet stink, but I don't
No,
know.
that's not what it was. No, it smelled like gas.
Oh, no.
Is there anyone here who's farting?
Do ghosts fart?
I wouldn't guess. If you don't want to communicate with us right now, that's okay. We're gonna go explore the rest of the ship. And if you want to come talk to us, you're welcome to come find us.
The very last thing that I'm going to talk about is room B340, who I kind of already I gave a little bit of a disclaimer about y'all's experience last time with room B340. I have an audience over here, by the way. Just in terms of it was closed off and the door was open. You guys went in to check it out and they were very weird about it, even though there was a Ouija board just sitting right there.
Yeah, they kick us out.
Will we be able to actually see that today? Probably not, but we'll be able to walk past it. But this room has become the most notorious on the entire ship for something terrible that allegedly happened inside. So apparently back in the 60s, during one of the final transatlantic cruises, before the ship was officially docked, a man went crazy and brutally murdered 2 women within the ship.
Damn, you really cool.
After his crimes were discovered, he was locked in a third-class stateroom, which was either B222, 224 or B226. The door was locked and a guard was posted outside. Not too long later, he started to pound on the door, stating that there was someone in the room with him trying to kill him. The guard obviously ignored him, just thinking that it was a way for him to try to get out, try to escape. After a while, the passenger quieted down, so the guard just figured that he had tired himself out and fell in. Weird, dude. Can you back away from the REM pod? Can you go back and touch that red light again if that story is true? Give you a few seconds. Come back over and touch that red light again if the story's false. Did someone make that story up? Crickets, huh? You just wanted to be spooky and come right in during that one part. After a while, the passenger quieted down and the guard just figured he had tired himself out. He had fallen asleep. Well, the next day, whenever the ship arrived in New York City, they called New York PD and they went in to go apprehend the murderer. Well, they ended up getting quite a startling sight whenever they opened up the doors to that stateroom, because they ended up finding the man had been ripped apart and torn limb from limb. Not only this, but his limbs had actually been spread out across the room, and this is something that he could not have done to himself, obviously. But of course, as I stated earlier, Disney wanted to do kind of like a haunted mansion at sea vibe. These rumors did kind of pick up around the time that Disney took over, so it's possible that this story isn't true at all. Interested to see what's gonna happen tonight. I don't know if you guys can feel these things through the screen or whatever, but it just feels like such a different vibe over here. Yeah, what is this? It's not roped off that way. Is it not even marked? That they don't have it marked anymore.
Yes, because they don't want people over here.
No, but they took it off. Yeah. Since we were here.
Yeah.
Oh, probably because y'all were here. So.
Oops.
Sorry about you.
Oopsie doopsie.
Sorry.
God! Whoa! Wait, turn it off. It's recording.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's back. It's back. It's right here, over here.
It's back again.
Is it red?
It's red now? Are you kidding me right now?
Now you know.
Oh, so it was their camera.
Wait, is it?
Wait, baby, come back.
Actually, for real. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this off then. I'm gonna turn off my camera. I have a little feeling that I'm the one in trouble here.
Are you mad at Tori? Be honest.
Yes.
Are you mad at Tori?
I think this is because of my theory.
Dude.
I do.
You think they got some beef?
I don't think they got some beef. I think she's got some beef.
But the thing is that if she has beef, they all have beef with you.
Right, but I think now some of them want to talk about it, but they can't.
Let's have some tea time. I'm down for some tea. Do you guys know what tea time is? Other than just from being British? I think we should.
Just assuming that they're British.
I'll share some tea, and you guys can come. So you want some tea? You want some tea? Okay, so I found out the other day. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this on live. But I found out the other day that my old professor is actually hooking up with one of the students that's currently in the cohort. And not
What is
only-
a cohort?
a cohort, like a class.
Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm gonna have to bleep some of this stuff out whenever I go back for sure. Not only that, but he
Oh, no, that's bad.
yes, so she'll, yep, exactly.
That's legitimately bad.
No, and also you can't date a student like that, but
No,
then
you can't.
yep. Yeah, but yet he's tenured to the school, so they can't get rid of him. They can't get rid of him.
Okay, I have some tea about a teacher too.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
hold up.
I had a teacher. Give me some snaps over here to let me know that you're listening to the
hear
tea,
it.
guys. I had a teacher that he would give students A's, only girls, if they brought him ribs.
What?
Actually, like a plate of ribs. And like everyone knew about it too. Like everyone knew about it. And I got put in his class and I said, I'm not being in this guy's class.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, I said, get me out of this class. I'm not going to be in the class with the rib teacher. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're laughing. Okay, you know it's funny.
You know you wouldn't be in the class with the rib
Rib teacher, not the rib teacher.
You have tea?
We spilled some tea. Yeah, you got some tea. I knew you had tea for us.
all three.
I knew you
Okay,
had
tell
tea.
us.
What is it?
We want to know your tea.
What is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get the spirit box on or an app on.
Will you guys talk with us with an app?
Yeah.
you-
Turn
Yes.
all three on as a confirmation and we'll go into the Estes method.
Uh-huh.
We'll send Tori in.
Oh.
Oh, they didn't like that. They did not like that.
Oh.
That one's like, it's
Okay, what
fine,
about-
but I think we're gonna
Oh.
be in trouble.
What
Wait.
about Liz? You want Liz to go under? Turn
Let's
all
hear
three
it
of them
all three
on.
for Liz. Oh,
Oh.
they said no on Liz.
No.
Oh. What about
Next-
Nikki?
What about Nikki? Do you want Nikki to go under?
You should turn on all three for Nikki. That was like, I'm kind of down for all of this.
What about Nick?
We send Nick over.
Oh! Is that 2 or 1? 1.
Okay. So far, we only have this
Do you
one.
not care? You don't care?
Hmm.
If you don't care, just turn any of them on.
If you don't care, don't turn any of them on.
Oh.
Do you just like scaring us?
I want to know who this is, though, that's
Yeah.
reaching out.
I'm like, I feel like you're ready to drop some tea. Is this true?
Yeah. Yeah. You're ready.
Oh my god, 2 of them!
Oh, okay, that's 2. Whoever is here is super respectful of when we're talking.
Yeah.
I know. They're like, when are you going to be done?
Yeah. Because they're not really interrupting, but
No,
we
they're
have
not.
a lot of ghost experience where they interrupt us.
And then,
Uh-huh.
you know,
We're ready to talk now.
yeah, we are focused on you and we want to hear your story. You obviously came into the room for a reason. I don't know if you followed us from somewhere around the ship or if possibly you can be coming through a mirror of any sort. Is there anything in the
Ooh,
room
chill.
right now that
Yeah,
would like
chill.
to communicate with
Was
us?
did that noise come from you when you went?
I went, oh, what?
What did you hear? Is there anything in the
What? Did you hear what?
So we just put Tori under the Estes method since they're clearly wanting to tea talk. And we're gonna see what it has to say.
So,
Who is?
what's the tea? You want us to go under? What's the tea?
I feel
Tap.
tap. Who?
Are you gonna tap back?
Tori, hear it. Hear it.
What?
She has the echo on, so she's
Oh,
she's
okay, I was
just
like-
repeating it.
I was like, okay, wow, they really wanted to get.
Do it.
So, Tori learned some interesting information or shared some interesting information.
Go under.
Are you mad at her? Under what? The bed?
Yes. Feet.
Ew, I'm not putting my feet under the bed. Heck no. Heck no.
Oh, ew, wait, that's actually disgusting.
Who do you want
Conduct.
to put their feet under the bed?
Pray. Nick.
Nick's feet are near the
It
under the bed.
hurts.
Oh.
The light.
Do you want us to turn
Turn on the light
off?
down.
Heat.
What?
The ship.
Is there something on the ship that we need to be afraid of?
Muster?
Is that a name?
Almost sounds like, I wonder if it's like
Come,
mustering
follow
energy.
me.
Where do you want us to follow you to?
The court?
The court.
What court?
Very good.
What court?
Like a courtyard?
Show up.
When?
I'm moving.
When do you want us to go to the court?
R-I-R.
It's the echo.
Tonight.
When? Tonight.
Why do we have to go over there?
Help.
We can help you from right here. What can we do?
No. Move.
Where is the court?
Yeah.
No.
We don't know what you're asking.
Why?
Because we don't know where the court is.
Who is this?
We haven't seen a court on the ship. Can you be more specific? Is there anything else?
Just go. Nick.
It's really, what do you want from Nick?
Hurry.
What do you want from Nick?
It's like Nick again.
Who? The blonde.
Nick.
Come with me.
Where? I just didn't want Nick.
What? You got a crush on Nick?
Did he?
Not going anywhere.
You guys get a lot of readings on
Stop.
people asking Nick for stuff?
Stop saying.
Is it true that room B340 is haunted?
Can you... What are you asking?
Is it true that B340 is haunted?
Yeah.
What is it haunted by?
You're right. A mimic.
A mimic.
Oh,
Do you hear it?
I got chills.
I got chills too.
What does that even mean?
What is a mimic?
What is
The
a
bed.
what?
No.
The bed?
No.
What is a mimic?
It is...
Why am I crying?
Whatever you just said, could you ask that again?
What is a mimic?
What is a mimic? Crying, dude. What the heck? Crying.
Go.
Go.
Oh, there's too many of you guys.
I ain't going to wherever that mimic is.
I'm not going to the mimic.
You.
Is the mimic evil?
Fuck you.
Is the mimic here?
The gossip.
Did you not like the gossip?
Hey. Stop.
Do you not like gossip?
Shut up.
Where's the mimic right now?
Sorry. It reminded me of the TikTok
You should stop.
sound. Sorry. It reminded me of the
Why?
TikTok sound of like, is the mimic in the room with us?
I don't even know what that is. Why should we stop?
Shut up.
Why are you being
Come
so
on.
It's being really aggressive.
It's being rude. Is Jackie a mimic?
Get back.
Is Jackie a mimic? Yes or no?
My freedom. She's here.
Oh shit. Jackie's here.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. Nick.
Does Jackie like Nick?
Fool.
Does
I moved it again.
What did you move?
What'd you move?
Don't stop. Feed me.
Wait,
Do it.
up.
I hate this.
Hold
what do you eat?
up.
There's a loop.
Sorry.
Guys, she's here. There's a different voice now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just need to get it together.
Shut up.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Tell me. Does it look like me?
Tell me, does it look like me, the mimic?
Does what look like
Oh
you?
my god, you're a demon.
Wait, are you... Wait,
Jackie,
no.
are you a demon?
Why is it fucking silent in here for a minute? Come on, bitch.
Jackie, is this you?
Follow me.
No,
Why am I
I
gonna
don't
follow
think
you?
I will follow you, actually.
No way, Jose. Why are you mimicking a young girl?
No.
Why? Why are you mimicking a young girl?
Oh my god, I'm gonna make a sound.
Go off?
Do it.
Do it.
You mimicking
mimic.
us? Maybe she's just being
It's
a
too
brat.
cringe.
Are you a demon?
Hold up. This
Jackie,
is
Put me to the test.
this is
Are you a
uncalled for.
demon?
Come with me.
Ew.
Mm-mm.
Ew.
The mimic.
The mimic.
Light. Nikki,
What?
Wow.
will you?
We don't get in trouble.
Should I pull Tori out?
Her.
I'm gonna pull her out. She's in here and they said that she's a mimic.
What?
We don't know what that is, but it's scary. It wouldn't answer if it's from
What's
the
a
left or the right
mimic?
hand or
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe like a trickster spirit, but I was saying things and then you were saying them back, like mimicking
Yeah,
me.
mimicking. Yeah.
Yeah, like straight up
It was,
mimicking me.
yeah.
Like maybe she just like kind of like shows you what you want to see.
But she's also maybe mimicking Jackie.
Yeah. So she could be mimicking a child or like just, devil's advocate, like if we are wrong and she is a child, maybe she just behaves like a child too. I don't know.
But I don't like how they said the mimic.
That was very weird.
We asked what was in B340, it said the mimic.
The mimic. It was very
hate
weird.
that.
Why does it want Nick though? Because you were.
I don't know. Or was
the
it
blonde
not?
one?
Yeah. It was saying my name a lot. It was saying Nick, but like I don't know if they think your name is Nick.
Well, they said Nick and then they said the
The blonde one, yeah.
I'm not
And I
blonde.
didn't know if they were trying to talk about you,
Yeah.
but they probably weren't. Ooh.
That was not Nick.
I'm not moving.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna turn because every time I do, it's just gone. See?
I should interact with the mimic.
Well, I already did it.
You're way out
So
of this.
good at it.
Yeah, you're the best at it.
That's actually not even true because Nikki is the best at it.
Maybe if we did it before you started talking about the mimic from B340, but I'm so fucked up right now. On that, like I'm so messed up.
That is pretty much the end of today's investigation. So I'm gonna be leaving with some questions. What is a mimic? Why is a mimic? How is a mimic? Yeah, this was very, very interesting today. We gotta get out of here, honestly. It's a little frightening, and we're all tired, and we all cannot stuff into a king bed. So thank you guys so much for following. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification, and if you have hit the bell notification, go to your settings and make sure your notifications for YouTube are turned on so that way you get that notification. All right, I love you guys and have